Guys, I've been monitoring the radio and they're about to send a GPR unit to scour the area.
What is a GPR? We are not familiar with that term.
It's called ground-penetrating radar. It uses high-frequency electromagnetic waves to detect objects, changes in material, and voids below the surface of the ground.
In other words, it will be able to see the tunnels and this underground compound.
They would have to get below the jungle canopy to use it, which is easily done by using it with low-flying drones. That means they're going to find us before too long.
Then we must evacuate this compound and find another place to hide.
Yeah, you better get the hell out of here pronto. Same with us. This isn't going to be a safe hideout any longer. It may take them a while to find it, but they will find it.
There is a network of underground tunnels all over this area, so it will not take them long to find those if they can see underground.
Okay, team. Let's get above ground and try to find a decent place to hide and then plan our next move.
We will bid you farewell, my friends. Hopefully we have provided you with enough information to assist you in whatever it is you decide to do.
Thank you so much for your help. I will be able to find us a safe place to hide. We will head back into the area I am most familiar with and find one of my bomas in which to hide.
I think that's a good idea. We need to get out of the open and into some place where we're more hidden.
Hang on, guys. There's an incoming secure message. I'm not sure who would have access to that line other than the higher-ups.
I'm betting it's Jack. It looks like the same secure line we were talking on, so it has to be him.
You are correct. Oh, brilliant one. It's Jack. He says he's sending reinforcements and along the Congo River near Bumba. I have no idea where that is. Mbali, do you know how to get there?
I have never been there, but if you can show me a map, I can probably design the safest route to get us there.
I wonder what he means by reinforcements. Surely it can't be more troops that are under the command of those who are trying to kill us.
I guess we'll find out when we get there, right? Okay, Mbali, lead on.
You got it. Just follow me and we'll be fine.
This is about the time Jack said they'd be here. Apparently, they're being smuggled below deck in a fishing boat.
If that's the case, Jack can't be sending too many people then. It has me really curious now.
Me as well. Hopefully it's like someone with major superpowers that can actually be of some help.
We'll soon find out. Here comes what I assume is the boat carrying whoever it is.
Okay, they're opening the hatch to let them out. Cross your fingers.
What in the hell is that? Such a hideous creature.
Thanks a lot. You've always done so much for my self-confidence. Glad to see you haven't changed, Cat.
What the hell? I don't recognize the person, but I've heard that voice before. Didn't you used to be a scorpion?
Henry, is that really you?
In the flesh, my dear. Well, if you want to call this flesh, close enough, though.
Seriously? That's really you?
We had heard you had been converted back to human form, but obviously that isn't the case.
I had been converted back to human form, as had Victor. But Victor pulled some strings and got me some new serum. I couldn't convert back to being a scorpion once I'd become human again. But we found out you can convert to something else. So I did. I am now the Titan.
Okay, so Jack had said he was sending reinforcements? Plural. Is there anyone else hiding in there?
Nobody here but us tigers. Good to see you all again.
Jerry, oh my word, you're back with us, so good to see you.
Yes, really good to see both of you.
Hi, guys. I'm Marina, by the way. The commander, or at least was until they decided to dispatch us.
Jack briefed us on what was going on. We couldn't just sit around and let our friends be killed for no reason. Of course, we don't know the full story, but you can fill us in.
More than happy to. Right now, though, we need to get out of the open and take cover. We can fill you in on what's truly transpired. So that's the entire story, guys. You now know what we know.
I think our idea of going to a major city to hide is out of the question now. Would be rather hard for these two to blend in with the populace.
Well, if you recall, I already decided that we should stay and try to uncover the evidence that Kai and Mateo talked about. If we really want to put the screws to the assholes who are trying to kill us, we need the goods when we go to the media.
I would think we already have sufficient evidence just showing ourselves. That in itself is proof that the project created hybrids.
True, that would be. But I want more. I want a completed portfolio of everything that's been done down through the centuries to get where we are today. There are more people involved in this than just the military, and they need to be taken down too.
Okay, I have a question. Henry, how in the hell did they let you change back into a hybrid after they shut you down? What did you do to convince them?
They stuck me in an office job, and that really pissed me off. Like I said, you can thank Victor for changing me back. His scientist friend was really pissed when she found out they were trying to implant a kill switch in our DNA and refused to do it.
How does she still have a job, though? It's not like you can refuse a direct order and still keep your job.
For one thing, you have to keep in mind that these scientists are civilians, not military personnel. So they're under no obligation to blindly follow every single order from military higher-ups. She didn't directly refuse to do it. She just simply let it, slip her mind. Wink, wink.
Jack said that Ross was pissed as hell when he found out there wasn't any kill switch implanted to shut us down. It still amazes me, though, that she has her job.
The scientists work as a team, so there's no direct connection as to who left it out. And they don't dare fire the whole team, otherwise they'd lose all of the knowledge needed to make the serum.
I find it very interesting that you don't need any maintenance serum and that it was all just a sham.
They said that the serum they were shipping to us was just a placebo, not a real serum. They did it just to keep us under control.
Mateo said that it was simply control through fear. But there is no longer that fear or their control.
They're going to have a really hard time killing us. If we hear them coming, they wouldn't stand a chance against all of our powers.
So, Henry, besides you being ugly enough to scare off most normal people, what other powers do you possess?
Taking lessons from Kat, are we? For one thing, I can grow to be up to 15 feet tall. I have control over the earth and can create tremors and even earthquakes. Plus, with my strength alone, I can crush almost anything and lift several tons. I could take on a tank and disable it quickly.
Our abilities are a lot the same. I can use my powers to create shockwaves and air blasts. Between the two of us, we could render an entire army useless.
It's easy to see why the brass wanted them to install a kill switch in all of us. Without that, they don't stand a chance against our powers.
It's a good thing that we are moral people and not evil. Can you imagine the havoc we could cause if we decided to take over a country or even the world?
But we can't be thinking like that. Period. We want to be soldiers for good, not evil. My conscience wouldn't even allow me to consider that type of motive.
I know you guys think I'm an immoral asshole, but I'm not that way at all. I will have to say, though, that the clothes Mbali made you are quite flattering, to say the least.
Henry's going to be staring at your boobs all day long. That's a given.
If truth be told, we all do. But we keep it to ourselves. We should try to maintain a sense of propriety, no matter how difficult it might be.
Call me insecure or whatever, but I don't mind guys staring at mine. I'm kind of proud of them.
I have to admit, it would be much easier if the women they assigned to this were all ugly and had horrible bodies. But that's not the case, so we'll just have to live with that.
I could make some clothes that covered everything, but I had to make these in a hurry, and that would have taken a lot more time and work.
That won't be necessary, Mbali. If push comes to shove, we can all just go streaking.
Now we're talking. Moira, I love how you think.
There are some tribes who don't wear clothes. They just go naked wearing some jewelry. But I would not be comfortable doing that.
Nor would I. These guys are tempted enough as it is. Anyway, let's change the subject and get back on task. I'm thinking that any evidence must be buried close to one of the lab sites, or perhaps all of them.
Kai and Mateo said that there was a lot of buried evidence that would incriminate them, but we never asked them for specific locations. I wish we'd have done that before they left us.
I remember them saying that there were multiple labs and multiple sites. We found 2 of them. I'm wondering if there is a ton of evidence still at the underground lab we were going to destroy.
I know how to get back to that location if we want to research that some more. It would be easy for me to find again.
I have the feeling, though, that they'll have reinforcements at that location, expecting us to go back there. We might want to give it more time before we do something that bold.
I agree. Let's let things cool off. And then when we feel the time is right, we'll go there and see what we can find. In the meantime, we can search for other locations and gather evidence at those.
Be watching for drones as we move along, though. We know they have drones searching for the underground tunnels. We don't want them spotting us while they're searching for those.
I have the feeling that after they find the tunnels and see they're empty, they'll stop using the drones. Although, on second thought, they might still use the drones to search for us directly.
How much noise do the drones make, though? We might not be able to hear them until they spot us. By then it will be too late.
If we hear one approaching, either myself or Daphne can knock it out of the air and destroy it before it gets within sight range. They'll know it's out of commission, but they might assume it hit a tree or something else. There's a lot of obstacles to maneuver around in the jungle.
I can become the size of a wasp and hit it at close range as well. They wouldn't even notice me.
There is a lot of area to cover in the jungle as well. That will be in our favor.
Another thing in our favor is that even the most sophisticated drone with an extended battery life can only stay in the air a max of 60 minutes. That might even be reduced to 20 if it has something like a GPR unit sapping its battery power.
The further north we go, the greater chance of getting away from a range a drone could fly from its launch point. And I know the area well. They don't. So another thing in our favor.
Our main objective is finding more of these labs and other areas where they may have buried evidence. From what we've seen so far, most of those areas are going to be north of here, so that works out perfectly.
We're not going to be able to monitor their radio traffic much longer. This radio is about to run down, almost out of battery power.
That's not a problem. I can easily recharge it. You forget the electrical aspect of my new powers. Do we have a recharging cable for it?
Yes, I have it in my pocket. Can you do it just with that?
Yep, that's all I need, so we can keep monitoring their transmissions.
If they transmit any GPS coordinates as to the location of the drones, we can know exactly where they are.
But does that tell us how many they're using? If we could figure that out, that would be nice to know.
They have them numbered, the best I could tell. Sounds like there's 6 of them.
Was there anything they said that might help determine the launch point?
They're probably going to be launching them from several different points, maybe even 6 different points.
At the same time, we have to keep in mind that there are ground troops also searching for us.
And there are areas under the canopy where their GPS is not going to be able to access satellites, and so it won't work. Without that or a knowledge of the area, it's easy to get lost in the jungle. I know the jungle, so that's where we have the advantage.
Another thing that makes me glad Marcus rescued you, Mbali. The troops don't have anyone to help them navigate the jungle. I highly doubt they'll chance the troops getting lost.
Guys, take cover. I hear a drone headed this direction.
The jungle we are born anew, claws and fangs with armor, our power rings true. Man and beast entwined with mythical might, against evil we stand, fight through the night. Through shadows and danger we silently tread, with the strength of lions, our force always ahead. A brotherhood on broken hearts, wild and free, defenders of justice in the dense canopy. And danger we silently tread, with the strength of lions, our force always ahead. A brotherhood on broken hearts, wild and free, defenders of justice in the dense canopy. Hybrid soldiers, we rise from the dust, half human, half legend, with iron trust. Raging through darkness like beasts unchained. Together we'll conquer, no one can restrain. Our senses sharp, our spirits relentless. In the wild we thrive, fearless and relentless. Breathing fire and lightning, legends in flesh. Warriors of the wild, enemies in mesh. Hybrid soldiers, we rise from the dust. Half human, half legend, with iron trust. Raging unchained. Together we'll conquer, no one can restrain. With wings of dragons and the speed of a cheetah, we hunt down the evil, no force can beat ya. In the heart of the wild we will forever reign, a unit of legends breaking every chain. With wings of dragons and the speed of a cheetah, we hunt down the evil, no force can beat ya. In the heart of the wild we will forever reign, a unit of legends break